Hey everyone, welcome back to the episode of Mike's Mini Motors. So we're back on Luigi Kart again. In the last episode we got it all painted up and engine plate welded where I want it and the axle put on, and now we're just gonna keep assembling. We'll get the front spindles and wheels and everything on, get the steering reassembled, and then probably get the motor put on here. And then after that we'd be hooking up the brake caliper and setting up all the controls, so the gas and brake and everything like that. I don't know if that'll all make it into this episode or not, but we'll see. So let's get to it. Alright, so we got the whole front end back together. Wheels, steering linkage, got the pedals on there. Let's see. We got our steering back. Even painted the steering wheel because it was gross, and just replaced the old wheels with these ones from Harbor Freight because got them for $3.99 the coupon. Went right on there, so that was nice. And then the wife had the idea to add a white racing stripe on the back of the seat, so we just did that. And we're waiting for that to dry. And then she even already made a little seat for it. Just gonna go down here. I'm not gonna put it there so I don't want to get paint on it. But yeah, there's already a seat cushion and everything. So once it's dry and we unmask it and all that kind of stuff, then we can get the little seat mounted and then get the motor on here. Alright, so here's how we ended up at the end of the night. Said, you see the front end we did. Got the stripe put in there. My wife even made a little Luigi L that we put on here front and back. Got the seat. It's not mounted yet, but it's sitting here. We'll get that mounted up tomorrow. I got the Predator on there, as well as the chain, and it's all hooked up. It's after 10 p.m. here, and since I live downtown, it's past the noise ordinance, so I'm not going to try to start it up tonight. So tomorrow, I will try to get this thing started up, and got the throttle cable kind of locked up. Get that set up on there, and should be able to at least drive. Won't be able to stop because I've got any brakes yet, so that'll be my next big task, is getting the brakes figured out and how I want to get them set up. So it's the next day, and it's midday, so I can start this thing up. I went ahead and I put fuel in it, put some oil in it, and now let's see how it starts. I want to turn the kill switch on. So cool, the engine starts up and everything, but before I go too far, I'm going to have to pull it back off and a lot of the axle components, so I get this brake caliper mounted up. So that'll be my next steps, is pulling all this stuff off, grinding off some of the paint here, and then figuring out exactly how I want to mount the caliper. And of course, like I said, I gotta grind off the paint I just did, unfortunately, and then I'll repaint it when it's all done. So here's my idea for mounting the brake caliper. I created this little angle iron here, and then right now I got just the caliper mounted on the rotor. So I'm going to have that there and weld that, and then I'll have another one that comes from the bottom of that caliper mount that'll come up to this bar to brace it that direction too. So I've already ground off the paint. Get this tack welded in, and should be pretty good. The brakes are all mounted up now. Got this crossbar welded in, then welded to the caliper mount, and then added another little brace here. And it's beefy, it's not going anywhere. And then if I can lock the brakes, you can see it. I'm trying to twist it, it won't go anywhere. release them. And now I need to come up with the linkage from the pedal up front to back here, and then they'll have to, I'm going to create a little linkage shaft that will run from there to about here, and then another rod that'll go from there to the brake lever here. So that's where we're at. The brake linkage is all made up now. So see, we start here at the pedal. The tab that was on this stock, the bar that came with the go-kart, did snap off the first time I pushed a brake, so I had to weld the tab on there and create a little way to mount it, and I added a couple of holes just for some adjustment. Added a spring. I might have to get a tougher one, but originally didn't want to use this bar that came with it because it's, as you can see, it's welded here and whatnot, which sometime I might replace it. But then I got the linkage here that I created. See, welded this tab onto the bar and then ran it through there. I'll go to the other side real quick. And then you can see here when this part gets pulled, pulls this other linkage, which then actually locks the brake. I can't really do this one-handed, but did that and then got it all painted out. The only thing we have left to paint is this linkage I had to make here, and then the bar over there, because since I had to weld on this tab, I had to grind off some of the paint we had done. So yeah, once we get that done, we can bolt her back together, get this motor back on here, the wheels and tires, and this thing should be drivable. There she is, 100% put together. Got the motor back on there and all hooked up, the wheels and tires, brakes. And we got the seat in there and mounted, so it's not going anywhere. We repainted this rod, got it hooked back up. Not a whole lot of brake travel, but it'll stop. Yeah, so she's ready to rock. But once again, it's 10:30 or so it's going to be too loud to take it out tonight. And I got no headlights, so we'll take it out tomorrow and put her to a road test. Alright, so the Luigi kart, we're about to do the maiden voyage. Helps if you turn the fuel on. So the maiden voyage is over. This thing's pretty zippy. I do have to adjust the brakes a bit. They were slowing me down, but not as much as I was hoping for. So I'll have to adjust the screw there and whatnot. And another thing is I'm definitely going to move the backrest back a ways. I felt really crunched with my knees almost hitting my chest, it felt like. Plus, looking at the video of me riding, it looked like it just doesn't look right. So that's going to be the next step, is we'll get this guy moved back and the brakes adjusted, and yeah. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, like and subscribe. Leave me a comment if you guys want to give me any feedback on what you think. Thanks.